Howdy folks, it's Not Jay from Not Jay's Tabletop Gaming, and this video takes a look at HMS Hood, that ill-fated warship of the British Royal Navy, sunk in 1941 by the battleship Bismarck. So here you go, take a look, hope you enjoy it. Here we have HMS Hood, battlecruiser of the British Royal Navy. She was named for Admiral Hood, who was a British admiral during the 7 Years' War, American Revolutionary War, and the French Revolutionary War. She was ordered on 7 April 1916 to be built by John Brown and Company. She was laid down on 1 September 1916 and launched 22 August 1918, commissioned 15 May 1920. Her pennant number, or her hull number as we say in the United States, was 51. And she had the nickname of the Mighty Hood. Of course, her fate was being sunk during the Battle of Denmark Straits on 24 May 1941, where it is supposed that she took a magazine hit directly from the German battleship Bismarck. There is some conjecture as to other potential causes, but all of them lead to a hit from the German battleship that caused her to explode when that shell eventually reached one of her magazines. So she is considered by many one of the most beautiful ships to have ever been built. And I do have to say that looking at her lines, they are quite stunning. I can just imagine being a young boy on the coast of England, watching as this ship sailed from harbor on her way around the world on her world circumnavigating tour in 1924, and just being in complete awe of this ship. She was a pretty good sized ship. 860 feet long, 104 foot beam, 32 foot draft. She came in at 47,430 tons for combat weight, and she had 24 boilers, giving her 144,000 shaft horsepower. In 1941, she could make 30 knots. So, still a pretty fast ship. In 1931, her range was 5,332 nautical miles, coming in at 20 knots. So, pretty good range before she had to take on oil. Her complement by 1934 was 1,325, and her armament as of 1941, when she was sunk, she had 8 15-inch guns in 4 twin turrets. She had 14 4-inch guns and 7 twin turrets. She had 3 octuple 44mm guns. That's crazy. And then she had 4 quadruple 50 caliber turrets as well. She did carry 4 21-inch torpedo tubes below her waterline, if I remember correctly. And she was fairly well armored. She did have a belt armor that ran from 6 to 12 inches thick. Her deck armor was between 3/4 and 3 inches thick. Her barbets were 5 to 12 inches thick. The turrets were 11 to 15 inches thick. And her conning tower was 9 to 11 inches thick. So, for the time, a fairly well protected vessel. And still being able to do 30 knots is quite amazing. She did take a around the world tour, as I said, in 1924. She was also in harbor along with HMS Resolution during King George VI coronation in May of 1937, and was sitting in port with Admiral Graf Spee, which of course would in a few years become one of her enemy combatants. Again, she was destroyed during the Battle of Denmark Strait when she and some other British vessels chased down the Bismarck and the Prinz Eugen. We've already seen the Prinz Eugen painted. Bismarck is coming next, so I figured we do Hood, then we'll do Bismarck. So she went toe-to-toe and unfortunately came in like within 5 or 10 minutes of the shells started being fired during the Battle of Denmark Strait. She took that lucky shell, or unlucky shell as the case may be, and just got obliterated. Just the Prince of Wales was there with her, along with some other cruisers. Got in range to Bismarck and just got destroyed with a single 15-inch shell. So, unfortunate as it is, this beautiful ship did not last long. There's a lot of great gaming potential with this. You know, how long? You know, if she hadn't have sunk, would she have been able to take out the Bismarck with the help of the other ships, or by herself? Who knows? That's why we sometimes game the games we play. So, but that's all I'm gonna put out there for Hood this time around. There is just a plethora of different books out there that talk about what happened with her and how she was sunk. They've even gotten, they have found her shipwreck below the seas, and have actually retrieved her ship's bell back in 2012. It looks like they brought it up, and there's some other surviving relics out there. Found a couple of the 5-inch guns, 5.5-inch guns, and a fragment of the propeller. So, again, all in all, the ship is beautiful. This model is really well done. I enjoy painting her. There's not a lot to paint with some of these British ships. A light sandalwood deck and a light gray for the metal. They didn't do much in the way of camouflage because there really wasn't much need for it up in the northern seas. You paint your ship gray, you're gonna pretty much be exactly where you need to be. So here she is in all her glory. Here's a couple of photos to take a look at, and let me know what y'all think. So there you have it, HMS Hood in all her glory. Beautiful ship, fun model to paint. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And as I said in the video, we will be looking at the Kriegsmarine battleship Bismarck next. So keep an eye out for that. And until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.